Hello, welcome to English Tips by Sunshine English Academy. My name is Milind Deshpande. This is our second lesson on the use of modals to talk about the past. For those who haven't watched the previous video on the use of modals to talk about the past, I recommend that you do so. The links are given in the description box. In the previous lesson, we saw how will have, would, and would have are used to talk about the past. In this lesson, we will begin with can, could, and could have. Like will, cannot be used to talk about the past. Could can be used to talk about past ability. Let's look at the examples. Rahul could convince his senior. He was able to convince his senior. Sonali could act well when in school. When she was in school, she could act well. Now, we don't know. She may or may not be able to act well now. So now let's look at could have and couldn't have. When we talk about past ability, we can use could without have. But for other uses, we must use have along with could to talk about the past. Let's look at the examples. The teacher could have left her pen on the table. This is a past possibility. How strong is this possibility? Not very strong. It's like 50-50. The teacher could have left her pen on the table. So that means there's also a possibility that the teacher could have left her pen somewhere else, not on the table. Next, Priya could have been polite. This is something that should have been done. She was very rude. That's not good. She could have been polite. Next, when you have the option of doing something, but you didn't do it, you can use could have to express that. Rahul could have chosen engineering, but he chose commerce. He had the option of doing engineering, but he didn't take it up. He chose commerce. Next, when you want to express relief that something didn't happen, you can use could have again. Maya could have missed the interview if she traveled by bus. Here it means Maya didn't travel by bus and therefore she didn't miss the interview. It is an unreal condition. If she traveled by bus, is an unreal condition. And the result of the unreal condition would have been Maya could have missed the interview. So here we use could have in the result clause. It could have happened, but it didn't happen. What a relief. When you want to say something was just not possible, you can use couldn't have. Sonali couldn't have reached so early, just not possible. Ram couldn't have known this if you hadn't told him. Just because you told him, he came to know. Otherwise, he couldn't have known this. Not possible. Shall and should cannot be used to talk about the past. So let's look at should have. You should have taken a bus. This is something you should have done. Why did you come by car? You should have taken a bus. Next, I shouldn't have trusted that man. He was a cheat. I shouldn't have trusted him. This is a regret. This is something you shouldn't have done. The show should have ended around 9 p.m. This is a past possibility. Now it is a strong possibility. You are aware that the show was supposed to end at 9 p.m. So you say the show should have ended. It is a strong possibility. May and might are not used to talk about the past. So let's look at may have and might have. Sonali may have made this. She may have made this sometime in the past. Is it a strong possibility? No, it's not strong. She may have made it. It's a weak possibility. Parag may not have known the truth. This is again a past possibility and a weak one. Here, this is a negative possibility. We use not between may and have. May not have. We can make contractions by adding not to would, could, and should. So they become wouldn't, couldn't, and shouldn't. But we cannot make any contraction by adding not to may. There is nothing like mayn't. Next one. Ajay might have slept late last night. Again, a past possibility and a weak one. Next. If Rahul had not waited, he might have missed you. This is again a past possibility and a weak one, but here again we have an unreal condition. If Rahul had not waited, it means Rahul actually waited and met you. If he had not waited, then he would have missed you. So might have is used in the result clause of the sentence. The condition clause is if Rahul had not waited, and the result of that condition or the result clause is he might have missed you. Now we come to must have. That man must have stolen the purse. It's a possibility of the past. Is it strong or weak? It's a strong possibility. Must is a strong word. Must have. Next. He mustn't have woken up yet. Here, must and not make a contraction. Mustn't. He mustn't have woken up yet is a strong possibility of the past. You are pretty sure that he wouldn't have woken up by that time. So you say he mustn't have woken up yet. Next, Maya must have been sleeping when you called. This is a possibility of the past. Here we have formed a continuous tense by using the main verb in the ing form, sleeping. Remember, when we use modals, the same tense formulas may not be followed. Next, Ajay ought to have memorized his speech for the program. Ought to have, which means he actually didn't do it, but this is something he should have done, he ought to have done in the past. It was something that was very necessary, ought to. So we have seen how all the modals can be used in the past. Past possibility can be expressed by using would have, could have, should have, may have, might have, and must have. When you want to express a strong possibility of the past, then you could use would have, should have, and must have. When you want to express a weaker possibility, you can use could have, may have, and might have. Please look at the links given in the description box and watch those videos. There are links to our previous lessons, and there are also links to other interesting videos. That brings us to the end of this lesson. Please like, share, and subscribe to my channel. Also, click on the bell icon to get notifications whenever I post new videos to my channel. Thanks for watching.